think there are two different issues that need to be addressed at the same time. So firstly, someone who's just been diagnosed with MS, as you well know, then has all sorts of questions bubbling up. Is this going to affect my children? Is this going to affect my occupation? What does the future look like? Should I go on a special diet? Should I stop smoking? All sorts of questions. And I think it's really important that someone in that situation gets offered information from trusted organizations, but also personalized, ideally from an MS nurse or someone who understands MS well. So that's a general education piece. But alongside that, and this is the whole point of diagnosing early, the next question is this person eligible for treatment? Shall we start treatment? Shall we get on and give an effective therapy? And I think those two things have to happen at the same time. We try and get treatment started quickly. And some people say, well, what does that mean? And I think it's important to give a time span. I think that's over months. It's not weeks or days. So it would be very unusual to go for your first appointment with a diagnosis of MS and come out with a treatment. That'd be very unusual. It actually takes many weeks and months to get your head around what the treatments are, that you're eligible for treatment.
Would you sometimes see people who are diagnosed and then they're in a bit of a wait and see before they can start treatment and they get a bit panicky?
Yes.
Can you talk us through a little bit is there a need to worry if you're not starting treatment very quickly?
Well, let me give you some timescales, and I think this has helped. So I think it's good to get started on any treatment within a matter of months, not weeks or days, within a matter of months. And there are various sorts of treatments that this could be. And the key time point for me is 5 years after the first symptom. We know that if you're going to be on a highly effective treatment, most effective if it's given within that time, 5 years from the first symptom. So if you had a first symptom a year ago and you're now diagnosed with MS, you've got 4 years in which to explore treatment. You might want to start off with someone that's moderately effective, where the side effects are benign, and think, well, maybe if this does the job, I don't need another treatment, but I've got 4 years in which to move up to a higher effective treatment and I'll still be as well off as I could be. So I think that's the time scale that we're talking.
If you're not formally diagnosed with MS, can treatment ever start before that?
No, I think this is the big issue. I think it's very dangerous to start a treatment without a clear diagnosis, because you could end up, and we have all done this, we've all, as neurologists, made mistakes, give people highly effective therapies. Turns out they don't have MS. Treatment's not helped them. They've just been exposed to harm.
If someone is diagnosed with MS, what should they expect next?
I would expect someone who's diagnosed with MS to be told at that meeting there'll be 2 further appointments for you. One will be with an MS nurse or a therapist very experienced with MS who'll talk to you about the disease in general and answer all your questions. And another will be an appointment where we talk about treatments. Are you eligible for treatments? What are the treatments that you're eligible for? What would we recommend? Those are probably likely to be 2 separate events.